Booyah! Welcome to Indiana Jones, another episode, another week, and confidential. Finally, I figured out how to fix the microphone. So let's get to the news. If this decides to work. Yes, so first of all, the biggest scandal in the F1 world per se. Yuri Vips, during a Twitch, he used the word nigga, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not using it, just stating. And so Red Bull decided to suspend him and open an investigation. So probably he will be sacked off the Red Bull family because of that word. Apparently, Red Bull has a zero tolerance with racism. Sorry, as if anybody has tolerance in these days with racism and homophobia and all these things. So being someone popular or exposed to the public image as him, he should have known better when he's using that. We don't know how he used it. He already apologized on Instagram, but probably he will be sacked of the Red Bull family. Second one, we already spoke about this some weeks ago, but it's getting more strong with the rumors. They say that in the Austrian Grand Prix, we will have an announcement that the Red Bull powertrains will be substituted with the Porsche engines. They will announce it in theory in Austria Grand Prix, July 19, and they will start working on the engine because it takes a huge amount of time to develop these engines. If not, ask Honda when they came to this hybrid era of the F1, how long it took for their engines to start working properly. Later we have this Audi. We already know that these two engine manufacturers will be coming into F1. And Porsche is linked with Red Bull, and Audi is linked mainly with three teams: Aston Martin, which is linked with Mercedes, and I highly doubt that this will be broken, knowing that Toto Wolff and also Lawrence Stroll have stuff to do with Mercedes. So probably it will be either Williams or Alfa Romeo Sauber. Sauber is now racing under the name of Alfa Romeo because the Ferrari boss who died, unfortunately, decided that it was going to be good for the brand image to go into F1. However, now that Audi is coming, Audi requires something to get into F1, which means they want to control the team. They want to be sure 100% that everything is being done properly. You can see that the way they raced in Le Mans, for example, they made it very good. They won I don't know how many years in a row. Their cars were amazing, so they know how to make engines, same as Porsche. So probably they want to control the team in the aspect of development, innovation, all these things. R&D, sorry. McLaren was another candidate, but they refused because, like I mentioned, Audi wants majority of control of the team, and McLaren is not willing to give that. Sauber, in theory, is in pole position for this, because Audi already works with Sauber using the wind tunnels in Hinwil in Switzerland. So the working procedure and everything is already well known. It would be rare if they chose Williams, for example. Most likely, and you heard it here, not first, you heard it here, Audi will be working with Sauber. Sauber will come back either as a team name or with Audi. It's like Sauber Audi, like they had BMW Sauber, something like that. McLaren landed a big sponsorship with Goldman Sachs, the investment banking. They are working together for carbon emissions, either for F1 or the street cars that they are using in McLaren. So they will be working together for the carbon-free emission objective 2030. I think they want to reduce half the carbon emissions, and for 2040 they want to neutralize everything. It will bring quite a big amount of money for McLaren. I'm guessing if they're going to start sponsoring the F1 team as well, starting from Silverstone. Goldman Sachs is one of the biggest investment banking companies in the world. Latifi suspects that his Williams chassis is not the same as Alexander Albon's. He recognizes there is a delta. Perhaps Albon is faster than him. However, he mentions that the car is not even close to performing as Albon's car does. He suspects could be something like that. It needs to work out. Imagine what can be. Blah blah blah. Anyway, Latifi is kind of done for in F1, so he might be racing his last races in the Williams team. Daruvala will be trying the McLaren in the British Grand Prix, testing for the young people. They will be using the previous year car, the 2021. He's a Red Bull driver, however, he's allowed to race for McLaren. I'm surprised, for example, McLaren is not using their two young American drivers, Colton Herta and Pato O'Ward, for the testing, and they are using Daruvala. Strange decision. Red Bull allows, of course. Red Bull is very happy that someone else is giving opportunities for their young academy drivers. Daruvala, by the way, it's third in the F2 standings. He's not in F1 yet. Will he get into F1? Well, right now, as the silly season stays and how prospects of next year stay, looks like there is not many openings and there's a lot of drivers looking for seats. So I don't think he will be in F1 next season. Probably he will stay in F2. Pirelli announced that the tires for the next races, kind of surprising. This one might have high degradation. Maybe they are looking to make the race like a 2-stopper or 3-stopper. We'll have the softest compounds for Austria, and then France and Hungary will have this. Hungary has high temperatures, so it's kind of logical. And France, maybe they made an analysis and they think that the asphalt and the heat during summer will be worth this one. Austria is kind of surprising why they chose the softest tires. But anyway, Piastri is gonna be in FP1 in the French Grand Prix, either Ocon or Alonso, probably Ocon, because Alonso's ego is in Jupiter, so he will not allow it. Unless Alpine already decided that Alonso is out of the team, which in theory, rumors say that he is not gonna be. They say that with Audi going to Sauber, perhaps Alonso might be wanting to go there. I highly doubt it, like a champion as himself claims to be. He's looking for a front row team, and then right now none of those teams are giving opportunities to him. He's 40 years old. By 2026 he would be already 44. I don't think he will be in F1 that long. So Piastri, all points, he will be in Williams, either at the end of and the second half of the season or next season, perhaps with Nick De Vries. So Piastri is going to be testing in the French Grand Prix. And I think it's the last one. Mazepin is going to be suing Haas team. Oh, he sued already because he had a contract until he got sacked thanks to the Russian war. He was in contract with Haas, he stayed there, so he claims the money that corresponds of that length of 2022 that he was under the contract of Haas F1 team, which Haas didn't pay. Let's see how this evolves. I don't know if Haas can allow to pay this, but they already have very little money. So let's see how this evolves. And silly season, unfortunately, today there's not many news about silly season. We can only show you this. Latifi is out of F1 for next year. Albon, either he returns to AlphaTauri or he will remain in Williams, and if not, Piastri and De Vries will be racing there. The only things that are remaining to be clarified, more or less, it's what Vettel is gonna do. And the main teams have already secured all the drivers. Ricciardo, can he keep up the pace that he showed in the previous Grand Prix, not Canada, Azerbaijan? And what's going to happen with Alonso? What is Gasly going to do? Is he going to move to McLaren? Hamilton, I highly doubt he's going to retire. He has a contract, and if he can see that the car is improving, he will stay another year. Anyway, he's getting 40 million every year that he's staying in F1, so who wouldn't want to stay, even if he's doing like P4, P5s, sometimes P3s. So yeah, let's see how things evolve. And, well, should Red Bull sack Judy Vips for the comment in the social media? Should Red Bull really start working with Porsche so soon? Well, yes, the answer should be yes, if they actually pair or partner with Porsche. If not Porsche, probably will go to Williams. And should Audi buy part of the team of Sauber and Williams? Well, since Williams actually started under new management last year, and it's a big, I think it's called Capital One, big management and money and all these things, I think Sauber, which he is already very old, would be more eager to let go all their installations and everything to Audi. Audi is already using it, so perhaps Audi taking control of the team could already also take advantage and take control of the whole thing and use it for them to develop the cars. So I think Sauber and Audi would be. Let me know your opinion. As usually, take it easy. This weekend we have a break of F1. Next week there will be Silverstone Grand Prix. Let's stay tuned for silly season news, things that are happening. Anyway, see you next week.